It starts with our generation understanding our place and our role in the evolution of civil rights. It began with a moral question, right? A moral questioning. Should we be free?
My sense of Portland when I first got here, well, first of all, it was extraordinarily white. The good news was that the communities of color, specifically the African American community, was small but connected.
Physical location is really critical to people. And I think especially to black folk.
A lot of folks came here with the thought that here is a place where we have a chance to make a difference.
Spaces have always been not only places where we gather, but places where we get sort of fulfilled, right? Where we see each other, where we tell our stories, and where we become whole again and we become renewed. And when you're in the whitest city in America, those spaces are even more critical.
Those places where we gathered or we could go as African American people were crucial. I don't think I have a word that could describe how crucial and essential that was to our well-being, our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being.
And losing those spaces means you lose a critical element of who you are. It means that you lose your ability to not only share, but to grow.
I use the word grief to explain what I think my mom and dad would be feeling right now. Grief and pain. When I'm driving up Williams Avenue, going north, I experience, it's a physical, it's pain.
I think it is a human state of comfort to be around people like you. And I think it is a human state of discomfort to be a minority around people that are not like you.
I did not think I was going to come back. I felt called back to my mother and came back here and realized that so much of my identity as an African American is actually in the African American culture that's here, because it's actually different than the Bay Area or New York or Chicago.
And it's worth considering whether this is actually a better place for everybody than it was 20 years ago. Frankly, if we have a place where nobody who could choose to come here who's African American would, it's not going to be a very pleasant place to be for anybody else who's African American. It will mean that we have created an environment that's really not very hospitable.
It's my inheritance, right? And I'm not going to abandon it. And a lot of why neighborhoods become what we call ethnic neighborhoods in cities that are successful is that they get that energy. You kind of have to cluster together to have the energy swirl. And I think we have to reclaim some of those places and just move back and take over. I mean, to be honest, there are enough of us with resources that we have the capital and we can coordinate. I think we just have to move closer together, huddle in for warmth, for cultural warmth.
Oregon, it was never intended that black people would enjoy living in this state at the end of the Oregon Trail. It wasn't intended that black folk would live here. In fact, there were laws, exclusion laws, that said they couldn't. If you're looking at how a community will grow, will prosper, and in a way that benefits everyone, if you continue on a trajectory or on a path that continues to exclude people based on race, ethnicity, income, that becomes an Achilles heel. It will cripple and weaken all the other so-called opportunities that people are envisioning. You won't be able to get there because you will have weakened one of the limbs that you need to travel on the path. I am Avelle Louise Gordling. I am a warrior of light.